Ready to learn how to make a Pinterest vision board, the method that actually works so you can finally see your big goals come to life? Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll have a gorgeous customized Pinterest vision board you can turn into your phone wallpaper, your desktop background, literally any place you see it every day. I'm even diving into why vision boards work both from a spiritual and scientific angle and why Pinterest is the best place to start. So trust me, you don't want to miss a second. Hi there, my name is Katie and I am Pinterest obsessed. So today I want to do something a little bit different than just talk about Pinterest business, which I usually do, but how you can actually use Pinterest to hit your biggest goals, build healthy habits, or simply feel more inspired day to day. So today it's all about mastering the art and science of vision boards, Pinterest style. I'm planning basically everything in my life using Pinterest, from our next vacation, business dreams, my outfits, kids, craft ideas, you name it. So it's just the ultimate hub for visual inspiration, and when you combine that with powerful intention setting, it's game over for those excuses and hello to real tangible results. I know many people create their vision boards in January, but spring, when everything is awakening and starting to bloom, it's actually the beginning of a new year. That's why for me, doing this now is perfect. So let's kick things off with what a vision board actually is. A vision board is a visual collage of your goals, dreams, and inspiration. The stuff that fires you up just by looking at it. And the best part is we're doing it all on Pinterest, which is basically the ultimate treasure chest of images, ideas, and vibes you can tap into. I'm talking travel inspo, dream homes, quotes that lift you up, you name it. And before I dive into the nitty-gritty, let me give you a couple of stories that really highlight how powerful visualization can be. Jim Carrey famously wrote himself a $10 million check before he got his big break, and years later that exact amount landed in his lap for one of his movie roles. Oprah has mentioned how she kept visual reminders of her goals around her home, repeating the mantra, "You become what you believe." And Conor McGregor consistently says he visualized his fights, his success, and his belts long before he got into the ring and won on a global stage. So vision boards are a lot more than just a pretty collage. On the spiritual side, you've probably heard the phrase, what you focus on expands, or like attracts like, or what fires together wires together. And having all your biggest dreams pinned up where you can see them is a powerful way to declare, this is where I am headed. I am ready to receive it. You are aligning with the vibration of already having those things as you are seeing them on the board, but also in your mind. And on a scientific side, there's this part of your brain called the reticular activating system, RAS, fancy name, but it's basically a filter that spotlights what you consider important. Now, once you load your mind with images of your goals, your brain starts to pick up on opportunities, people, and ideas that align with them. It's like telling your mind, hey, this is my top priority, so keep an eye out for anything that gets me there. And I've recently heard Tara Swan on a podcast. She's an MIT professor explaining that your mind can't actually tell the difference between what is happening in reality and what is happening in your mind.
Wow, so your brain doesn't really know the difference between, say that again?
Between something that happened in real life or something that you strongly visualize.
So you could create enough of a visualization for yourself if you really were to powerfully start to focus on it and do that and build that ability to visualize something that your brain at one point would have to think it's so true that the world would meet you and put it into your life.
I love the way you put that.
Wow.
What you make, believe, or visualize is real to your mind. And in that sense, you are creating your own reality. So the first step in creating a Pinterest vision board is one little trick I picked up from Tony Robbins, and it's to map out your life in categories. Now, the major ones are health, relationship, finances, spiritual growth, and personal growth. And I even like to add fun and adventure as its own category. These help me see the different dimensions of my life I'm trying to level up. So for example, under health, I might write down finally run a half marathon or cook more Mediterranean diet meals. Under finance, maybe it's growing my savings to 100,000 or launch my next digital product. And you know exactly what you want in each area. it's so much easier to find the right images that match your vision on Pinterest. So let's say you want to travel to Bali. Note that down. Maybe you want to speak at an event or renovate your living room. Whatever it is, get it on your list. Then head to Pinterest and search for examples. So for example, Bali travel inspiration or modern living room makeover. That way, every single pin you add to your board actually lines up with something real and important to you. That sums up the foundation, why vision boards are so powerful, how to use live categories, and how to pick the perfect images that truly match your goals. Next up, I walk you through the exact process of creating the board on Pinterest, plus how to turn it into a wallpaper for your phone and desktop. Let's do this. Now that you know exactly what you want on your vision board, let's start building it. I like to create a brand new Pinterest board for each year or theme. So for example, 2025 vision board or Dream Life 2025. I keep it secret, so it's just for me and maybe a few close friends if I'm feeling shy, but you can totally make it public if you want some extra accountability. And once that's set up, grab your list of goals within each life category and start searching one by one on Pinterest. I like to keep my searches specific, like Bali Eco Retreat instead of just vacation. So I stumble on the exact vibe I'm going for. And the best words to add to get vibey images are ideas, inspiration or inspo, and aesthetic. So add these words at the end of what you're looking for and you'll get a lot more of these aesthetic images and filter out pins that you don't need for the vision board. Now, once you find an image that lights you up, save it to your board. If a pin sparks that, yes, this is me feeling, that is the one you want. If it's just kind of cute, skip it. The idea is to fill your board with images that make you feel something. That emotional spark is what is going to help you take action. Now do that for each of your life goals. You can also use sections in your board if you prefer, and then section out those pins as well. Just click the Add Section button on Pinterest and name it. When you save a new pin, you can see the sections within your board and you can organize it better. So step 1, do this for all of your life areas. Don't try to limit yourself in this step. Just feel free to save whatever triggers a positive emotion. Once I've done that for all my life areas, I go back to that board and filter out the images that truly speak to me. You can either create another section where you choose your heavy hitters or drag them to the top of the board so you have them front and center. Or you can delete images that don't feel as powerful as other images. So now it's time to create your vision board. I like to have my vision board on my phone and on my desktop wallpaper. So for phone, I use the Pinterest collage feature. So let me show you that first, and then for the desktop version, I'll show you how to create that in Canva. So Pinterest has a built-in collage function on mobile. If you don't see it, you can also use Canva. So if you head to your board and then click the collage icon at the bottom, maybe you need to click on the See All tabs first, but then it should show up. Now click on the big black plus button and then your board with your inspo should be front and center. Or you search for it here and then select it. So when you click on that, you can start adding images to your collage from that board. It will cut out little pieces, but if you tap on the background of that image, you select the entire image. So press add and then you can start arranging the images. If you prefer to have the cutout, you can also use those. If you hold your fingers pressed on the image and move it up and down, you can put pictures more in the background or arrange the layering. I think this is such a fantastic method. You don't need to download any images or use a third-party app. It's right inside of Pinterest. So I really like to get a wide variety of images on there. I also include quotes and I usually make my big goals really front and center, so they stand out, and then I arrange other goals and dream manifestations in the background. So when you're done with that, you can press on the little 3 dots and download the collage here. This will save it to your phone and you can set it as your wallpaper within your settings. So this is how mine looks right now. You can also save this collage to your board when you click on next. So this way you always have access to it. And since it's a collage, you can always go in and amend it. Like if something manifests, you can go and put in something new. Now, if you're like me and glued to your laptop half the day, let's make a desktop wallpaper using Canva. So let's get back to your board. When you open up a pin and you click the 3 dots, you can download that image. This works on your phone, but also on desktop. So you can airdrop them to your computer or put them in a folder on your desktop. Now let's head into Canva. The free version is fine for this. And here on top, type in desktop wallpaper or choose custom size and enter your screen resolution. So for example, 1920 by 1080. But you can also search Google for the specific aspect ratio of your desktop model. Then drag your image to upload them into Canva. Now place them however you want, overlapping, side by side, or like in a neat grid. You can layer text on top of it if you got a favorite quote or want to add your name, like really personalize it. This is where it gets really fun. If you're dreaming of a new house, like type in your name on the mailbox or front door. This is like next level manifestation because you are basically telling the universe, this is already now the reality that I'm living right now. Now, if you want to upgrade your style, drop a photo of your face onto an outfit collage that you like. It might sound silly, but trust me, seeing yourself already there is such a powerful signal to your mind. It's like a preview of your future, acting as if what you're dreaming about is already here in the now. And like we mentioned, your brain can't figure out what is real and what is not if you are thinking about it. Now, once you've done rearranging everything, and then here on the right, you can download the image. I usually save mine as a PNG for crystal clear quality. Then you just go into your system settings and set it as your background. Now, this is my yearly vision board. It covers whatever I'm dreaming of for the year, but usually even longer term goals. On top of that, I usually do monthly vision boards, like I'm really here for this practice. It's all about having fun and allowing yourself to let your dreams become a reality in the here and now. Looking at it daily, not from a place of lack, like, oh man, I don't have this right now, but in expectation of, wow, this is my life. This feels amazing. I feel fulfilled just by looking at it, right? And this feeling of the reality or the wish fulfilled is so important. So there you have it, a complete Pinterest vision board that's perfectly tailored to your goals, your dreams, and your unique style. Now, the real magic happens when you keep this front and center, whether it's on your phone, your desktop, or even just checking your Pinterest board each morning. Remember, this isn't just a collage of pretty pictures. It's a daily reminder of where you're headed and why it matters. So keep believing in what you've penned. Believe and you shall receive. So if you find this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more goal-crushing life designing content. I've also linked a few really cool manifestation and visualization books I've read and loved in the description box below, so check those out if you want to learn more. And if you really want to take it to the next level, drop a comment below telling me one goal you just pinned to your board. I love to cheer you on. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.